Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back in das Bergisches Land. We are back in Germany and you might have seen this region passing by a few times over the last year where we did a day hike. But as you can see on my back, I am fully loaded up. That means that we are now on the way for an overnighter. And with we, I mean 12 paws and 4 legs. We are all together out on a 2-day hike. So I think that's going to be a pretty cool one. We're going to stay at a hotel / bed and breakfast tonight. And I can tell you that we are going to have very special neighbors. But more about that later in this video. Now let's start the hike. And actually we didn't have this trip planned. I thought the day before yesterday, I thought, well, the weather's looking nice and tomorrow in the Netherlands it's Kingsday. So when we are celebrating the birthday of our king, so there are festivities everywhere, so it's super crowded. So I thought, let's find a more quiet spot, and it turned out that I could find a nice place to stay here. Weather looks really nice and for the weekend, so yeah, why not? And tomorrow we are passing by the Altenberger, and if you are following our channel for a bit longer, you saw us hiking there last winter. But then everything of course was grey, and I think it was a bit rainy that day, I'm not sure anymore, but there was no color on the trees. And then I said, well, I think it's going to be true paradise here when everything is green. So I'm really looking forward to see that section tomorrow, to see if it really is a true paradise. But as you can see here everything is popping in green leaves. So in regards to distances, we're taking it slow, so just so that we can enjoy everything. As you can see, there's a lot of information here on the trail, so that's nice to read. And we are also passing some more touristic spots in a few kilometers, the so-called Altenberger Dom. And yeah, it is a dome, so it's not a church, not a small church, and it's not an abbey either. So we're going to check that out, so we can take time for that. And obviously also for Finn, because of his age, but unfortunately Finn also had a setback in his meningitis. We were done with his medication on Easter, and a week later he turned bad again, so I had to put him back on his medication. So he is fine, it's not as bad as it was before, because I had some medication left. I could start it straight away, so he is in a much better condition than he was last time, but we're still conquering it and fighting his meningitis. But he's a happy puppy, so it was good to take him along as well. turned out that it actually is an abbey, the Altenberger Dom, but there is a market here today, so I'm not sure if I can show you a lot because I'm afraid it's going to be very busy. That sure was a big abbey. It was not too busy, so hopefully I could give you sort of an impression. We had lunch over there, an asparagus soup, really nice this time of season, this time of year. I love asparagus, so that was really nice. And now we're off for the last stretch towards home for tonight. Ravi.
Auch mal ne?
We're settled for the night. Really nice room, nice bathroom, nice staff here to check in at the reception. So now it's time for the dogs to eat, and then we're going to meet the neighbors I was talking about earlier in this video.
Prinzessin stieg vom Pferd und beugte sich nieder, um zu trinken. Kein Wort des Tadels kam über ihre Lippen.
Am Abend, als es bereits schon dunkel war, kam ihr letzter Bote mit einer seltsamen Geschichte zurück. Als ich durch den Wald ritt, so erzählte er, sah ich ein hässliches kleines Männlein um ein großes Feuer herumtanzen.
Jeden Abend freuten sich die kleinen Wichte, wenn Schneewittchen das dampfende Essen auf den sauber gedeckten Tisch.
Ja, da.
Suche die besten Kleider aus meinem königlichen Kleiderschrank und bringe sie schnellstens hierher.
Ich eile mich, will Majestät befehlen. Ich eile, ich fliege.
Möchtest du so?
Nein! Habt ihr denn nicht seine Pfote gesehen?
Wie weit wir wohl noch gehen müssen. Oh, der Weg ist so fremd und finster.
Nur Mut. Die Sonne steht schon hoch.
Von dem Schreck erholen.
Und ich will mein Lebtag nicht wieder allein vom Weg ab in den Wald laufen, wenn mir es die Mutter verboten hat.
Well, those neighbors are kind of special, isn't it? Little Red Riding Hood, Rumpelstiltskin, Snow White. We're not sleeping besides them every night, so I think we're having pretty cool neighbors.
So frühzeitig starb, so nahm er sich eine zweite Frau.
Dass die 100 Jahre gerade verflossen waren und der Tag gekommen war, wo Dornröschen wieder erwachen sollte. Als der Königssohn sich der Dornenhecke näherte, waren es lauter große Blumen. Da ging er weiter und sah im Saale geschlossen den ganzen Hof der Prinzen geschlafen. Und oben an dem Boden
And here along the shores of the River Dune, the beautiful spot there in the woods, I'm going to close down this video. It was an awesome first day. The hike was great, the weather was awesome, the doggies did great, the hotel where we are staying is really good, very dog friendly as well. Tomorrow morning we are allowed to take them to breakfast as well, so that's really nice. So absolutely a thumbs up. The neighbors, well, like I mentioned, I mean, how often do you have Snow White or Rumpelstiltskin or Little Red Riding Hood as your neighbor? Not very often, so I think that's a really nice thing to add to this video. So we are going to close it down, and yeah, we will see you tomorrow. That will be the next video here on YouTube next week. So see you then. Good night.